next question we'll switch to English.
Okay.
And my question is about the Russian soul.
Okay.
What did you think about Russians before coming to Russia and to St. Petersburg? How did you change your view on Russians, and what does the Russian soul mean? Why everyone says "русская душа"?
Yeah, I don't even know if I can talk about that in English. I'll try, yeah.
Well, you can do it in
Yeah,
Russian.
no, I will try my hardest.
I don't know how to, like, I still don't have a definition of the Russian soul or русская душа. But I think Russians are entirely different people just because their history is entirely different from United States history, for example. So as an American, I find Russians to be so different from me just in part because the history of their country is so different from the history of my country. And so in that way, in that way, I guess you could say it's an entirely different perspective on life. Different values, different ways of looking at things, and
Can you give some examples? Values, let's say.
well, I know that like stability in general is like economic stability. You know, having a roof and food is very valuable. Not that it's not in the U.S., but I feel like it's so different here, and and just thinking that in the past 100 years, there have been two significant famines in Russia. Two significant famines in Russia. Just the fact that there's food on the table is a much bigger deal than it is in the US, I think. So that would be one example. And I personally love going to the theater a lot, and especially classical music. I love, and it's I don't know. Not that it's not appreciated in the U.S., but it's appreciated so much more here, and it's so much more accessible, I think, to a student, which is something I appreciate so much.
Great example, thank you. Julian?
English. So to begin, my first impressions of Russians. My grandmother was spoken to in Russian her whole life, and I grew up with this phrase, which I now know that means, can I say a bad word? She always said that she was going to beat me on my ass because I was bad, and I never knew what that meant, and then I finally started learning Russian and understood. And my dad, when we would play board games, when we would roll the dice, he would always yell at the numbers in Russian. And so it was kind of some sort of preparation, kind of hints of what a Russian actually is. Although those are very, detailed examples. I always had a feeling, you hear the cold Russian, the stereotype of cold Russians, but I knew that it never felt that it was true. There's no way that a person could live and be that cold. This isn't making sense, but I came here, and one of the reasons why, and I've been trying to figure out this out for the past 2 years, one of the reasons why I can't leave the city and Russia in general, and I'm about to start crying, but are the people. Because of different hardships that you don't experience in the States, there's a certain level of, I don't want to say connection because that seems too cheap, but you have some sort of relationship between people talking, and it automatically goes deeper because there aren't different, materialistic barriers that get in the way. And I've made incredible friendships here with Russians, especially. Friendships that I've never had in the States. And that was one thing that I could say that is kind of this mystery of the Russian soul. I also got this necklace from my host mom, and there was a bead that went right here, and I never knew that's where the dusha resides, is right in your neck. And she says that it's supposed to bring you success, and actually it has every time I've worn it. But it's like the ability to help a friend and give away everything that you have, your last kopeck. And I've done that for friends, and they've done that for me. And the phrase of, having people's back, like, I've got your back, it's just outstandingly to a higher level here than in the States.
This is great. It's very interesting to listen what you say, because I haven't lived in the Russian community for a while, and I also see the same differences between Americans and Russians, and to explore that.